definitely the year I met Nate. We just began developing this plan.
I started lifting at the YMCA that's there in Moberly, and he was actually the fitness director for the Y that's there in town. So he was actually my boss when I started working there, and then we started lifting together. So
I hired him. He was in college at the time. He was like my, I don't even remember what his title was. He would spot people and, you know, pick up after. He was just, I was paying him to walk around and talk to people.
And then after that, we kind of started tapping into this powerlifting scene. We realized like, man, we're kind of good at this, and like we started advancing on that. We have a lot of friends that have been in powerlifting for a lot of years. You know, Zach's old football coach was in powerlifting. And
lifting for football, you are lifting to better yourself at your sport versus you are trying to better your lifts, which are your sport. You know, so it's similar and different. It gave my lifting more purpose. You know, after there wasn't a competition every Saturday. You know,
and we realized like, man, like, you know, we're gonna do something with this. There wasn't really any, you know, gyms that were like focused on strongman and powerlifting in the area really. So that's when we decided we were gonna, you know, open up our own thing. So as non-commercial as possible, we're trying to keep it grungy, and we're gonna try to make a place where people can. There's gonna be chalk in the air. There's gonna be loud music, and there's gonna be people slamming weights. And
what's different for me was I was never friends with my opponents. There's a ton of camaraderie in the sport of powerlifting, and I think part of it's just I mean, it's a friendly thing, but you're competing more with yourself than you are really the other people in your weight and age divisions. It's about, can I beat my numbers from 6 months ago?
It's got me doing 8 sets of this crap.
I enjoy deadlifting. It's like there's just something about like getting your mind right and then ripping something off the floor. You know, it feels really good.
So here I would probably amp myself up a little bit. There, that happens organically because there's people watching, and there's, you know, it's the main event. It's what we've been lifting for. So here I'm gonna put, I don't really care about music. I'll turn whatever music is on up louder, and I'll just kind of put myself in that mind frame where it's like, you know, you gotta kind of tell yourself you can't fail.
Squat's just rough. Squat's just brutal. It's really taxing. It's an amazing high. You know, you've worked so hard for something, and then you achieve it, and it's just you're hooked. You know, and then you kind of start to hit a thing where it's never good enough. You know, you hit this point where like you hit that lift you've been working for, and you're like, oh man, that was good. But I got more, or I could have done this better, form-wise or technique-wise, whatever it is. You know. So it's funny how it started like hitting PRs or like getting better at something. You start to then become kind of more critical.
I like the quantitative nature of powerlifting. That's part of what draws me to it. I like to have purpose in what I do, and there's purpose in this. I know exactly where I'm going. There's a roadmap. And I just hope that the more that we can put out there and the more people we can bring in, the more minds we can change about it. And also proofs in the pudding, man. If you have fitness goals, I think lifting heavy weights is one of the better ways, if not the best way to get there.
We have a really wide group of people, and that's what we wanted. You know, we wanted somewhere that was less about like being in one clique and more about like helping each other to just get better at whatever you're trying to do. You know, and do it in such a way where it didn't have to be so uptight and so superficial. You know. It could be something where people can come in and feel comfortable.
That's something we really want to foster. You know, we really want, I think environment and culture are everything in a place like this.